Alright guys, the regular season is underway, which means the hike, the journey to Super Bowl 52 has begun. You got one team in the AFC who has a 1 in 16 chance of making the Super Bowl, and you have an NFC team with a 1 in 16 chance of making the Super Bowl. At least that's what they tell you, but you know, with odds makers and injuries and the way teams are built, the whole gamut, we know that some teams are more likely to go than others. And there are two teams in the NFL this year that are privileged way beyond belief. And who are those teams? The Pylon's got you covered right now. So I'm going to start off my Super Bowl prediction video with the AFC representative, and why? Well, because the media has it only as a 3-team race, but I kind of have it at a 2-team race. When you think of AFC contenders, you think New England, Oakland, Pittsburgh, and that's it. But me personally, I omit Pittsburgh, not out of hatred, but because they've been pretenders for over half a decade now. Ben Roethlisberger is a year older, and his commitment just isn't there, and he's telling you guys that to your face. You got a weak defense, contract trouble with your star player. They'll make the playoffs, yeah, but I'm not taking Pittsburgh seriously. So it really leaves the Patriots in Oakland. I know last year I said next time I make this video, I'm going to do it with the mindset that New England's automatically going to go to the Super Bowl again, and because where's the fun in that, you know, picking New England every single year, but it's really likely to happen. But this year, I genuinely think that Oakland is going to take it to New England in that AFC Championship game. And I say that knowing full well, barring any injury setback, Derek Carr will be the MVP in 2017. Everybody loves the guy. He's developed into a winner. He's got a great O-line, subpar defense that will put him in position to make heroic comeback efforts. The MVP makes the Super Bowl every year, so I'm going to kill two birds with one stone in this video and crown Derek Carr as my MVP for this year. We already know New England is going to be without their best receiver. What was once the most underrated defense in NFL history has suddenly looked vulnerable. And also the past few years, a team riding an emotional high has been featured in the Super Bowl. We saw it with Denver and Peyton Manning most likely retiring. We saw it with Baltimore with Ray Lewis announcing his retirement. Marshawn returning to Oakland will give them that emotional boost along with a great nucleus to get them to the big game. Now we head over to the NFC side where it's all muddled up. See, you got Green Bay, Seattle, Dallas, and if they can get their offense together, New York. All of these teams are way better, stronger options than Pittsburgh for going to the Super Bowl, which is why the NFC side of the Super Bowl race is way stronger than the 2-race side on the AFC. However, the gap between my NFC representative in the Super Bowl is way larger than the gap between my teeth and the rest of the teams in the NFC. There will be so many battles and so many storylines for this year's Super Bowl because the Oakland Raiders will look to put a cap on the Dallas Cowboys' resurgence. Ezekiel Elliott versus Marshawn Lynch. Will there be a passing of the torch moment? Dak Prescott versus Derek Carr for title of best young quarterback in the game. The start of a Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady-like rivalry. Who truly has the best O-line in the game? I'm going with the dream matchup here, and I think Dallas will hold up its end of the bargain because Dak is not an accident waiting to happen. He's a year older, a year wiser, he has that it factor, and we need to address something right now. The Cowboys defense. They can no longer be considered bad. You got Stalwarts at linebacker and Sean Lee and Jalen Smith. Underrated D-line if they stay off the drugs. Yeah, the secondary is not very talented, but we have to admit that Rod Marinelli is one of the elite defensive minds in the game that at least makes his defense overachieve. We gotta start taking the big D in the big D more seriously. The Cowboys got all the tools to wrench out a trip to the Super Bowl this year, and I think it's gonna happen. This forthcoming Super Bowl will be for the ages because we've already crowned the quarterbacks wearing the number 4 jerseys as the next best elite stars at the position. And what makes it so special and so intriguing is that these talented young cats got all the tools around them to maybe pacify whatever struggles they might actually go through. A showdown between the Raiders and the Cowboys is imminent.